Why, hello, Mrs. Guerrero.
Thanks for joining me today, guys. So our last video was all about adding without regrouping. I'm taking it a step further, kicking it up a notch to with regrouping. And I've given us a little bit trickier of a question here. I'm going to go through all of the addition strategies again. Remember, like I said in the last video, I don't expect you to use all of these strategies all the time. I will teach you every single strategy, but I want you to pick the one you're the best at, pick your favorite, and use it. Okay? Remember my little talk about how I learn differently than Miss Bigler? You learn differently than your neighbor? I've got to teach you a way everybody can solve it, and you guys use what's best for you. Here we go. Base 10 blocks. Our equation today is 256 plus 174. Again, you can use the physical manipulative blocks if you need to. I'm just going to draw a picture here today and show you what that would look like. So I need to draw how many hundreds? 2. These square blocks are representing my hundreds. My tens, I have 5 of them, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 6 ones. 174, I need 100, 7 tens, and count that, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, good, and 4 ones. Now I'm going to put these all together. I'm going to start in my ones column, so I'm going to start with my ones blocks here. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what, guys? That right there can be switched to 110. So I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to regroup my ones to a 10 right there.
What?
I know,
So
crazy.
cool.
Now I'm going to count my tens. I'm going to count by tens because they're worth 10 each, okay? So I can't forget this little friend here now. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm going to pause right there. If I take all of these I just counted, it was 100. So guess what? I'm going to regroup again. I'm going to take my 10 tens and I'm going to turn it into 100. Now I'm left with 3 tens, which is equal to 30. Now if I count my hundreds here, I have 100, 200, 300, 400s. And guess what? I don't have any ones because remember they regrouped over to a 10. So my answer here is going to be 430.
Awesome.
Let's check it using expanded form. By the way, guys, expanded form is my favorite strategy, so I do tend to pick that one a lot when I use it in class. So let's take our equation again, 256 plus 174. Just got to check. I always want to make sure I'm copying the right equation or I'll end up with a different answer. So I am right. So expanded form. Expanded form again is like breaking numbers apart. So this is standard form. I'm going to break it into 200 plus 50 plus 6. And then I'm going to add to it a 100 plus 70 plus 4. And now I'm going to start in my ones column and add each place value here. So guess what? 6 plus 4 is 10. So I can do it 2 ways. I can write my 10 here and then squish these all together. Or since I know that 10 can be regrouped, I can just add my 10 here and then leave my placeholder of a 0 here. So I'm going to do it that way. So now I have 10 plus 50 plus 70, which I know is 130. And again, I could write 130 here, or I can just keep my tens and regroup my 100 up here. Now add my hundreds. 100 plus 200 plus 100 is 400. My answer is written in expanded form here. I'm going to squish it back down to standard form and I get an answer of 430, which matches my base 10 picture here.
Nice.
So I think I have the right answer.
Good job.
Let's take a look on the number line. I'm going to start my number line. Let me write my equation. On 256. I'm going to need to jump 174. So I'm going to take my jump of 4 first, and that's going to put me at 260. Now I need to jump 170 more. So I'm going to take a jump of, if I take a jump of 40, that'll get me to 300, which means I have 30 more to get that 70. So I'm at 330. Now I've jumped 40 plus 30 plus 4 is 74. So if I take one final jump of 100, I'm at 430.
And the jumps don't have to be to scale. So see how her jumps are small, but she labeled them?
I've got to label them because I want to know, okay, did I make my 174 jump? 100, 130, 170, 174. Yes. If I don't label them, I don't know what your jumps are, and then I can't help you fix something because I don't see everything that I need. Okay? Now, since my numbers are above 100, this hundreds chart just isn't going to work for this. It's not the most efficient strategy to try and pull out a hundreds chart if it doesn't go big enough. So I'm going to jump over to number strings. 256 plus 174. Now remember, I like my color coding. 3 place values, 3 colors. I'm going to start with my ones. 6 plus 4 is 10. Again, I can write the 10 or I can regroup the 10. What do you want to do?
Let's write it.
Let's write it. I'll take care of that at the end. Now 70 plus 50 equals 120.
Dun, 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 dun.
And my third color is going to be for my hundreds. 200 plus 100 is 300. So I have 300 plus 120 plus 10. I like to just rewrite things so it's neatly so I can make sure I'm adding the right columns right. So I'm just going to rewrite that 300 plus 120 plus 10. Line them up so I can see my ones, that's 0. See my 10s, it's going to be 30. See my hundreds, I still get the sum of 430. Last standard, or last strategy. Thank you, Miss Bigler. 256 plus 174. Add down my ones column. 6 plus 4 is 10. Placeholder 0, regroup my 10. 10 plus 50 plus 70 is 130. 3 10s and 100, regroup my 100. 100 plus 200 plus 100 is 400. I again get an answer of 430.
But now you know why you got it, because of all those other strategies that also worked.
Yes. Thank you for joining me. Come back soon.
Nice.